I'm here at Eden Festival and I am with Tim.
Hello.
So Tim is in a band or collective. Tim calls it a collective, called Sociograss. So Tim, can you tell me about what Sociograss, the collective, is about?
So Sociograss is it's a collective in the sense that there's been many of us over the last 6 years that have jammed together, played together, and we all met. Well, I consider it in my own mind from when I first came to Scotland, which was 6.5 years ago, and I ended up meeting a bunch of these guys, and through our and immediately sort of fell in love with them as brothers, and we started playing together all the time and had regular sessions and gigs in the city of Edinburgh. And through that regular playing together and living together and all this sort of idea of Sociograss and just basically developed into a band eventually, because we just played together for so many hours and hours, and then got asked to do gigs here and there, and we had to get a name. We never had a name.
How did you come up with the name?
Still debatable, but I mean basically we needed a name for a gig. And it's still debatable about which one of us came up with the name Sociograss, but it was always a bit of a take sort of name, like, well, we're just going to be called something. And somebody suggested Sociograss. I was like, well, that's going to be the name that's going to go on the poster for this pub gig or whatever it was. And then we've just sort of stuck with it because it just sort of fit with our ridiculousness.
Okay, cool. And what kind of music style would you explain Sociograss be?
Well, I'd say that we all kind of came together over a mutual love of like bluegrass and old time music, American bluegrass and old time folk music, and blues and old time country and stuff. So like, it's a weird one to really put us into a genre. I would say we're not really we're not a bluegrass band. Like, we're called Sociograss, but we're not a bluegrass band. We're an Americana. We're a rowdy Americana band. We play what we want to play, and we have a good time, and that's what it's all about really for us.
Do you play always together, or do you sometimes maybe do offcuts of the band?
Yeah, very much so. We don't always. It's very rare that we get all of us together. So, like, tomorrow night, it's pretty exciting because we've got all 6 of us here, like 2 fiddles, banjo, guitar, double bass. And the last time we did that was a year ago. But we've always done sessions, like weekly sessions, off-weekly sessions, where a few of us get together or whatever, and we're always hanging out and bits and pieces and doing little gigs, and we've gone to Poland the last couple of years and as an offshoot and done gigs.
That's amazing. So how was Poland?
Poland was incredible. We went. I'm not sure we're going this year, but the last couple of years we went and had no idea what it would be like, but we were like set up with some brilliant gigs where we were basically playing in a jazz club that was sold out with a bunch of people sitting at tables waiting for us to go on stage, which was very much out of our comfort zone because we're normally playing in the pub or at a festival or something, but they absolutely loved it. It was like we played and just were ourselves on stage and jammed and laughed and spilled beers and then our first ever encore basically, which was really surreal.
That is incredible. Your first ever encore in Poland, a country that is foreign from your own. Well, I suppose you are not from Scotland, so where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from the United States, from Pennsylvania, near Philadelphia, a little town called Lansdale, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I grew up going into Philadelphia and studying jazz drums and percussion, actually, and like my musical upbringing was all around that and singing in choirs. But when I came to Scotland, I met these guys that loved at the right time where I was into this type of music, and met all these guys that were into the same music, and we've been brothers ever since, basically.
That's amazing. Do you love Scotland then? Would you go back to America?
I would, yeah, I do go back. Like, that's it's a bit of a tricky situation because I do consider Scotland home. I've always, since I first came here, I felt like this is where I'm supposed to be. But my family and my is all back in Philadelphia, and Yeah,
it's a long way, so that must be hard. Yeah, with the distance and that. How do you navigate that in the future? Do you think Scotland, you're going to stay in Scotland, create roots for the future?
Yeah, if I can, keep going forward.
Keep going forward.
If I can.
Stay in Scotland as much as possible.
Yeah.
Good country. I'm struggling now because it's very midgy right all of a sudden. Do you feel them?
The midges are attacking. This is true.
The midges are attacking. We're stood in a forest, basically surrounded by trees. There is a river near us, but we're not that close. But there's a fire over there. There's people singing, having a jam. It's a really good vibe. But the midges are definitely out because there's no wind. Anyway, thank you for sparing the time for the interview, Tim.
Thank you.